This is a song by a guy, it's a Mancunian, is he, from way back? He's still around, Mike Harding. And David heard this the other night. It's called, I don't think there is one tonight. It's called Bomber's Moon. And way back in the war, whichever war you're talking about, the war that my father was in, there's a famous set of RAF squadrons used to fly from the East Anglia part of the country to bomb Germany and etc. in Europe. And I think Mike Harding had an uncle who was in the war. My father was an engineering officer and was involved, and I always remember him showing me a picture of his squadron. It's the only thing he ever told me about the war. I think there were about 120 of them, all in rows. So what would it be, 1942, 1943? And he said only about 20 or 30% of these guys came back. Very few of them came back from these terrible wars. So anyway, so Bomber's Moon. These were the nights they flew, because the moon was fantastic. In 44 in Bomber County, young men waiting for the night. In the hedgerow birds are singing, calling in the falling light. And the captain said, tonight there'll be a bomber's moon. We'll be there and back underneath a bomber's moon. 1,000 bombers over that northern sea, heading out for Germany. Chalky White stands at the dartboard. Curly Thompson writes to his wife. Nobby Clark and Jumbo Johnston playing cards and smoking pipes. And over the hangars rises a bomber's moon, full and clear, rising as the engines croon. Planes they taxi out onto runway 5 and sail off out into the silvery night. Sandy Campbell checks his oil gauge. Belgian coast is bombing soon. Curly Thompson lifts his sextant, lines up on the bomber's moon. The waves are shining there below the bomber's moon. Lancaster's flying high above the bomber's moon. Coming in along that Belgian coast, 1,000 silver shrouded ghosts. Flag flies up around the city. Jumbo Johnson banks his plane, goes in low and drops his payload, turns to join the pack again. People are dying there below the bomber's moon. The cities are raging hell below that bomber's moon. The planes head out towards that northern sea. Young men coming home from victory. Over Belgium came the fighters, flying high against the night. Curly Thompson saw them coming, closing in before he died. Young man shut them down below the bomber's moon. Shut them down in flames below that bomber's moon. Young men sending young men to their graves. Send them down into their North Sea waves. Mrs. White in Bomber County dusts his pitcher and she cries, chalky white in uniform looking, as he did the day he died. For God's sake, no more Bomber's Moon, no more young men going out to die too soon. Old men sending young men out to die. Young men dying for politicians' lies. For God's sake, make no more Bomber's Moon, no more young men going out to die too soon. Old men sending young men out to kill. We don't stop them, then they never will.